Have you ever experienced that agonizing moment when a word is right on the tip of your tongue? It is one of the most frustrating experiences, feeling like your own brain has suddenly betrayed you. But what if I told you that this memory didn't vanish, but instead got stuck right at the exit? Welcome to Health and Wellness Secrets, where we break down complex medical science into simple facts. Today, we are diving deep into the tip of the tongue phenomenon and how your diet causes it. You might think that forgetting a word or a name is just a normal part of aging or stress. While stress plays a role, the physical state of your brain's highways is the actual determining factor. Millions of people are walking around with chronic brain fog, unaware that their daily meals are the cause. The modern Western diet, packed with ultra-processed foods, creates microscopic traffic jams in your brain. To understand why memories get stuck, we first need to look at how a memory is retrieved. Your brain is not a filing cabinet where memories are stored in neat little folders waiting to be opened. Instead, a memory is a complex web of neural connections firing together across different regions. When you try to remember a word, your brain sends an electrical signal down a specific pathway. If that pathway is healthy and clear, the signal travels at lightning speed, and the word pops up. But if the pathway is inflamed or lacking nutrients, the signal slows down, degrades, or gets blocked. This is exactly what happens during a tip of the tongue moment. The memory is there, but trapped. Imagine trying to drive a sports car at top speed on a highway that is covered in deep mud. It does not matter how powerful the engine is. The car is going to get stuck eventually. When you consume a diet high in refined sugars, you are essentially dumping mud on your brain's highways. This leads to neuroinflammation, a state where the immune cells become overactive and disrupt communication. But the good news is that you can clear this mud simply by changing what you put on your plate. There is a combination of 5 foods that can rapidly reduce inflammation and optimize neural communication. We call this the 30-minute 5-food fix because the nutrients begin working almost immediately. The first and most powerful food on our list is the humble blueberry, often called brain berries. Blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, potent antioxidants that give them their deep blue colors. These antioxidants have the unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and interact with neurons. Research has shown that anthocyanins can facilitate direct communication between brain cells. They neutralize free radicals, which are unstable molecules that cause damage to cellular structures. By reducing oxidative stress, blueberries keep neural pathways clear, allowing signals to travel smoothly. The second essential food for your memory is fatty fish, such as salmon, which are rich in omega-3. Your brain is composed of nearly 60% fat, and a large portion of that is called DHA. DHA is a critical component of your brain cells, particularly where neurons communicate with each other. When you lack DHA, your brain substitutes it with lower quality fats, leading to stiff membranes. This stiffness makes it incredibly difficult for electrical signals to pass from one neuron to the next. Consuming fatty fish provides the high-quality building blocks needed to maintain flexible synapses. Studies have shown that people with high levels of omega-3s have greater brain volume. The third food in our brain-boosting arsenal is nuts, with walnuts being the absolute superstar. Interestingly, a walnut even looks like a miniature human brain, complete with left and right hemispheres. Walnuts are an excellent source of vitamin E, which acts as a powerful shield protecting cell membranes. They also contain healthy fats that work synergistically to reduce neuroinflammation and promote new cell growth. Just a handful of walnuts a day can provide a steady stream of the exact nutrients your brain needs. The fourth food on our list is leafy greens, such as spinach and kale, which are nutritional powerhouses. Leafy greens are loaded with vitamin K, lutein, and folate, all linked to slower cognitive decline. Vitamin K is essential for the formation of sphingolipids, a type of fat densely packed in brain cells. Higher levels of vitamin K have been associated with better memory performance and improved recall speed. Folate plays a crucial role in reducing levels of homocysteine, an amino acid linked to cognitive impairment. By incorporating a large salad into your routine, you provide your brain with a protective shield. The fifth and final food in our fix is oats, specifically whole oats that provide slow-release energy. Your brain is an incredibly energy-hungry organ, consuming 20% of your daily calorie intake. It relies almost exclusively on glucose for fuel, but it needs a steady supply rather than sudden spikes. When you eat sugary snacks, you cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by a dramatic crash. This crash deprives your brain of the energy it needs, leading directly to brain fog and memory failures. Whole oats have a low glycemic index, meaning they release glucose into your bloodstream at a steady pace. This provides your brain with a consistent source of energy, ensuring that pathways remain fully powered. When you combine these 5 foods, you create a synergistic effect that improves your recall ability. But to truly understand this dietary shift, we need to look at the broader context of our health epidemic. Since 2020, there has been a dramatic global increase in complaints of brain fog and memory issues. While some of this can be attributed to stress, a massive contributing factor is our changing diets. During lockdowns, consumption of ultra-processed foods skyrocketed, while fresh food intake plummeted. We essentially ran a global experiment on feeding an entire population a diet designed for neuroinflammation. The results have been catastrophic for cognitive health, leading to what experts call mental obesity. Just as physical obesity strains your heart, mental obesity strains your neural networks and cognitive function. The strategic implications of a population suffering from chronic brain fog are incredibly concerning. A society with diminished cognitive capacity is less productive and far more susceptible to misinformation. When your brain is inflamed and your memory is failing, you are less likely to think critically. This creates a massive vulnerability, not just on an individual level, but on a societal level as well. The supplement industry has been quick to capitalize on this crisis, leading to a boom in nootropics. Nootropics, marketed as smart drugs, promise to clear brain fog and boost memory with a single pill. This industry is now worth billions of dollars, selling isolated compounds to desperate consumers. But here is the shocking truth that supplement companies desperately do not want you to know. The vast majority of these pills are simply trying to replicate what our 5 foods do naturally. You can spend hundreds of dollars a month on brain supplements, or you can simply eat walnuts and fish. Nature has provided us with the most advanced and highly bioavailable cognitive enhancers on the planet. The idea that we can outsmart evolution by isolating a single compound into a pill is a dangerous illusion. The human body is an incredibly complex system, and nutrients work best in their natural whole state. This brings us to one of the most paradoxical aspects of the tip of the tongue phenomenon. When you have a word stuck on the tip of your tongue, what is your immediate instinctive reaction? You probably try to force it. You concentrate intensely and demand that your brain produce the word. But neuroscientists have discovered that this is actually the absolute worst thing you can possibly do. When you aggressively force your mind to remember, you activate inhibitory pathways that block retrieval. The stress and frustration of not remembering trigger a mild fight or flight response in your body. This releases cortisol into your bloodstream, a stress hormone notoriously bad for memory retrieval. So, the harder you try to force the memory out, the more your brain actively works to keep it locked away. This creates a bizarre paradox where the desire to remember is the exact mechanism preventing it. The solution to this paradox is surprisingly simple, yet incredibly difficult for most people to practice. You have to let it go. You have to stop trying to remember and completely shift your focus. When you do this, you deactivate the inhibitory pathways, cortisol drops, and the traffic jam clears. Often, within minutes, the word will suddenly pop into your conscious mind without any effort at all. This perfectly mirrors the approach we must take with our overall cognitive health and nutrition. We cannot force our brains to perform optimally while feeding them a diet that causes massive inflammation. We have to stop relying on quick fixes and synthetic pills, and instead provide the right environment. By implementing the 30-minute 5-food fix into your routine, you are doing exactly that. You are not just clearing temporary brain fog, you are actively constructing new, high-speed highways. You are protecting your cells with antioxidants and building flexible synapses with omega-3s. This is the true secret to long-term cognitive health and maintaining a sharp mind into your later years. The choices you make at the grocery store today will directly determine the structure of your brain tomorrow. Every meal is an opportunity to either build a stronger neural network or dump more mud on your highways. It is a choice between clarity and the